Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, very welcome. My name is Ieva, and at the moment I'm studying with Jules Mitchell to receive my 300-hour yoga teacher training. Inspired by that program, I decided to film this session for you. And before I start, I want to read a quote by Todd Hargrove, who says that for the most part, great movement is not about how large our range of motion is, but it's about what we do with the range of motion that we have. So in this practice, I will really invite you to activate the muscles that we have in the end range of motion. So for that, you will need one thing for this practice. So if you have a wooden floor, then grab a towel. Of course, pause the recording and grab a towel that we will use to slide on the floor. If, on the contrary, you have a carpet or something that is not slippery, then please grab 2 plastic bags. It's better if those plastic bags are a little bit thicker, because we will use the plastic bags to slide on the carpet surface. So once you have that, so the towel or a plastic bag, depending on the floor that you have, let's meet laying down on the floor on our backs. So take your time to get there. You can keep your legs bent if that's comfortable. Maybe the knees drop towards one another. If your feet are wider apart, then that might be quite comfortable for the lower back. Again, as always, whatever I say, this is just a suggestion. The most important is for you to inquire what feels good for your body. So you are your own boss. And then laying on the back, let's just take a few moments to arrive to the space where we are and to arrive to our body. An invitation is to put your one hand on the belly and the other hand on your chest. And explore any subtle sensations the breath creates within the body. Maybe it's just very, very tiny movement, belly or chest rising with inhalation, belly and chest softening with the exhalation. Just exploring whatever is happening within the body. Next time when you inhale, you can try to make your belly a little bit bigger. So almost that you imagine that there is a balloon and you want to inhale and then expand that balloon. And on your exhalation, the balloon just softens. And a couple of more times like that. With inhalation, we try to make the belly bigger. Exhaling. Let's do one more time. Inhalation over here. Exhale. And now softly, gently open your knees wider apart. And then we will drop gently both knees to one side. And then drop knees to the other side. And continue going through this motion. So windshield wipers. You can pause for a moment when you drop both knees to one side. Pause for a moment when you drop to the other side. Also explore what is happening with your pelvis when you drop your knees to one side. So how does your pelvis accommodate this movement of your bent legs? Explore if any other part of your body is involved with this movement. So maybe the pelvis moves gently, maybe your ribs, one side of the ribs lift gently. So no right or wrong, just exploring and tapping into this area of the body. Then let's stop in the middle and let's extend one leg up toward the sky and point the foot and flex it a few times. Try to keep it as long as it's comfortable, the leg up, and then make a few circles to one direction with your foot, to the other direction. And then let's open up the leg to a half happy baby. So the knee goes to the outside. We try to keep more or less 90 degrees angle in our inner knee. And you can grab anywhere where it's comfortable. So maybe the inner knee, the shin, the ankle, or the outside of the foot. Let's stay here for one inhalation. Exhale. And lower the foot down, and let's extend the other leg up and then point the foot, bend it, point, bend a few times. Then make circles to one direction and circles to the other direction. And then half happy baby, opening the knee to the side, bending the leg, grabbing wherever it's comfortable for you. Taking a breath in over here. So again, we can continue to imagine that the belly rises like a balloon and belly softens. Lower your foot down, and now let's roll to whichever side of the body, and slowly, with the support of your hands, lift yourself up. So I forgot to say that we will also need a yoga block. I will leave it down in the comments below. Hopefully you saw it already. If not, please pause this video and grab a block. If you don't have a block, you can have a water bottle or any other object that resembles a block. Once you have that, let's meet in a seated position, whichever seat is comfortable for you. And we will imagine that we will hold the block, first of all, horizontally, and we will imagine that we want to pull the block apart. So almost what I would like to do this move with a block. Of course, it will be very hard to tear the water bottle or block apart, but we want just to imagine this idea of tearing it apart. And while we do so really activating, tearing the block apart, let's add some movement. So going with the block down and then lifting the block up. So from the outside, somebody might think, oh, nothing is happening when I'm holding the block in my hands, but I really try to tear this block apart. And already feel quite a lot of things happening in my arm over here, so exploring that. And of course breathing while moving the arms and pulling the block apart. And then relax, lower the block down, shake your hands. Let's meet in a tabletop position for some scapular push-ups. So if you're familiar with that, start doing them. If not, follow me. So what we do is we drop the chest towards the ground, the arms stay straight, and then we pull the chest back. So we drop it down and then away. And over here, the idea is to really focus on your shoulder blades, on the scapular. So we imagine that the scapular wants to go towards one the other. So if we had a pencil in between the shoulder blades, I'd like to squeeze it. And then shoulder blades push away from each other. So together, away. A couple of times. And while we do so, my invitation is also to imagine that we want to have this lengthening sensation in our spine. So as if I'd like, with the top of my head, to reach the wall which is in front of me, and almost that with my tailbone I want to reach back to the back of the room. So lengthening sensation in the spine. Now we can continue the scapular push-ups like that, or you could add the shoulder rolls at the same time while we do the scapular push-ups. So in the beginning we explored our hips, so internal and external rotation of the hips when we did the windshield wipers. And now I really want us to explore the shoulder blade area. One more breath over here. And then on the exhalation, sit in a comfortable position. If it's comfortable, maybe sitting back onto your heels. And then we will put the elbows together, forearms together, and open your palms as if you're reading the book, so palms facing you. And over here, we will stay for a couple of moments in stillness. And imagine that you want to push your forearms one towards the other. And again, exploring what is happening within the body when you try to push those forearms one into the other. So almost like eagle arms, but the forearms are just, the sides of the forearms are touching together. And then we will add some movement, so gentle movement, lowering the elbows slightly down, and then lifting the elbows up, lowering it down, lifting them back up. And when you lift them up, so have the elbows parallel to the wall. So lifting up, and now let's focus only on the lifting up. So lifting up, lowering, lifting up, gentle lower, lift up, lower. One more, lift and lower. Relax your shoulders, shake your arms. Let's do one more time, tearing the block apart. So again, grab your block or your object and imagine you want to tear it apart. Arms straight in front. Let's lift the block up towards the sky, tearing the block apart. Let's lower the arms down while we continue to pull the block apart. Lift it back up and lower. Let's do one more time, doing very, very well. And lower. Okay, let's put the block somewhere on the side. And now we will invite the towel or the plastic bags. So I will need to roll my carpet a little bit. You could also roll your yoga mat as well. And then if you have a towel, you can put it like this, somewhere in front. If you have 2 plastic bags, you will put them underneath your feet. We will lower our hips somewhere near the line, and we will put the feet on the towel or on the plastic bag. Let's lower the hips down, and now we will do bridge. So we will be lifting the hips up, and once you are comfortable, let's lift the hips up. Here, when we lift the hips up, let's pay attention to some body parts to make sure that we are not holding a lot of tension there. So first, I want you to bring your attention to your shoulder area and try to relax that area a little bit, as much as we can. Then also bring your attention to your belly. Of course, there might be some tension, not a problem, but try to relax it a little bit as well. Then your face, your jaw especially, and the muscles around the eyes. Let's try to relax it as well. And while we are lifting the hips up, squeezing the glutes. So really squeezing them as much as we can and then lifting the hips up. Take a breath in. And then one vertebra at a time, lower the hips down. Now slide the towel slightly further away from you. And then let's lift the hips once again. Hold it. Remember those body parts, so the shoulders, the face, the muscles in the face. Let's try to relax them. Take a breath in and lower the hips down. Let's slide the feet even further away apart. So the further away we slide, the harder it might feel for the hamstrings. But that's perfect, that's our goal, that's what we want to do, to really activate the muscles in the back of the legs. Let's lift the hips up once again. Maybe wobbling a little bit, not a problem. And at the same time, when we lift the shoulders, the face muscles are relaxed. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Now slide the towel towards you, as close to your body as you can, almost that you'd like to touch your ankles with your fingertips. We will lift the hips up once again, and now an invitation is to slide the feet away from you while you are in a bridge pose. So super slowly we can start to slide it away. Of course, for some people it might be easier depending on the texture of your floor. For some people it might be harder, but again, let's just take it as a playful challenge. So sliding it away, 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 and then lowering the hips down whenever it's too much or enough, and then bring the feet closer to the body once again. Let's take a breath in stillness. Exhale. And then lifting the hips up once again, squeezing the glutes and sliding the towel away from you. Sliding it away, sliding it away, and you decide how far you want to go. Take a breath in. Of course, we don't want any pain, so if you're feeling pain or something, pinching sensation, sharp pain in any area of the body, don't go that far. And then lower the hips down. Bring the towel once again towards your hips. And let's do one more time, lifting the hips up and then sliding the towel away from you. Let's hold in a position where it's enough for us. And gently lower the hips down, and let's extend the legs up towards the sky, one at a time. Maybe this time you'd like to passively stretch the leg, maybe bringing your hands around your thigh, maybe bringing the leg slightly closer to the body, or just having the leg in the air and shaking it a little bit for a few moments. Swapping sides, the other leg goes up, maybe with the hands. Gentle pull towards the body, passive stretch, and maybe a little shake in the leg to relax. Now lift both legs and both arms to shake. Shake the legs and shake the arms. And then make your way into a seated position. Over here we will transition straight onto our bellies. So lower your chest down, and once again we want to put the chest where the end of our mat is. And we will put the hands on the plastic bag or the towel. We will extend the arms in front of us. Let me correct. Yes. So we will reach the towel away from the body. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And then we pull and slide the towel towards the body. And when you slide it towards the body, at the same time push the ground, the hands into the ground. And let's repeat it several times, sliding the towel away from us, sliding the towel towards us. So reaching and pulling. Few more. Last one. And extend the hands. Let's rest. Maybe making a pillow with the hands underneath your forehead, lowering the forehead down. Maybe gently swaying the hips to one side to the other to relax the lower back and that area. One more breath over here, wherever we are. And let's meet into a tabletop for a transition. And then eventually we'll meet in a puppy pose. And again, with the hands on the towel. So your hips can stay above your knees. And then we will extend the arms in front of us into a puppy pose. So stretching our armpits, lengthening the spine, lengthening the arms. And then gently lift your head up. Let's slide the towel somewhere underneath our shoulders. And again, slide it away into the puppy pose. Slide it back. And slide it away. Now slide it back. And now we will try to slide it to the other side. So maybe to the right side and lengthening the left side of the body. And go back. Sliding the towel to the left side, lengthening the right side of the body. Come back. And one time each side, sliding to the right, pushing the ground away, reaching as far as is comfortable, and then pulling the towel back. Now to the left side. So cleaning the floor, basically. And coming into the center. Okay, let's leave the towel on the ground for a couple of moments. You can untangle your yoga mat. Let's sit in a comfortable position and relax the arms by shaking the arms for a moment. And from here we will transition into the standing. So take your block and then put it vertically in the front of your mat. And let's put the left foot on the block and the right foot somewhere hovering. Over here, try to keep the right foot hovering in line with the left foot, so not dropping it down, so your pelvis is level. With inhalation, we reach the arms up towards the sky, so it can be a little bit of wobbly. That's perfect, that's the idea. And then forward fold while we are on the one leg. Then with inhalation, straight back, hands of your choice. Take an inhalation. Exhale, lower the hands towards the floor. It's okay if it doesn't reach down, not a problem. Then your right foot, the one which is in the air, goes back to a high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. From here, we will open up into the warrior two, keeping the left foot on the block. Open the arms to the side. And in this warrior two, my invitation is to push the top toe down and the back heel down. So to create some activation in our legs. So to create more strength. Shoot the arms to the side. Take a breath in. Exhale, left forearm on the left thigh, right arm reaches up, straight line on the right side of the body. Then reverse warrior, we go back, lowering the right hand on the right thigh or maybe behind you towards your left hip. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And now let's transition through these two movements a couple of times. Take your time to go as slow as you'd like, while at the same time pushing the big toe down and then the back heel down. And then eventually we meet back into the warrior two position. Let's straighten the front leg and now bring the back foot slightly more forward so it's not such a big stance. And let's meet in a triangle pose. Imagine you want to reach something in front and then lowering the left hand maybe on the shin, reaching the right arm up towards the sky. So exploring what does this elevation with a block on the front foot creates within the body. You might like it or you might not like it. And again, it's interesting to observe our reaction to this change. Inhale. And on the exhalation, we will meet in a plank position. So make your way over there, lowering the hands down. Now the foot lifts and then we bring it down behind us. Take a breath in, maybe move the block away so it's not on the way. And here, let's stay in a plank for a moment. Imagine that with the top of the head, you want to make a print in the front wall. And then at the same time, your heels want to reach back. So again, this lengthening sensation. Take a breath in. And then slowly make your way down, lowering the belly down. And your choice of back bend. For me, I feel that, okay, I want the passive back bend, lifting myself up. But you decide which type of back bend you prefer at the moment. Take a breath in. And on the exhalation, downward looking dog. With the next inhalation, right leg lifts up. And then right foot to touch your right knee. Right leg lifts up. Right knee to touch your left elbow. Right leg lifts back up. And then right foot into the front of your mat. Left foot follows. Bend the knees. Inhale. Arms reach up. Exhale. Arms by the side of your body. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Shoulder blades together. Standing in this position, adding some circles with the head, half circles. Come back into the center. Let's grab a block. You stay where you are. I just swap sides so I don't face my back to you. Again, putting the block vertically and now standing on your right foot. Lifting the left foot to hover in line with your right foot. Staying here for a moment or two, lengthening the spine. So finding our stability in this unstable position. With inhalation, lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, straight back, or something that resembles it. It's absolutely fine to wobble. It feels strange. We might like it, we might not like it. It's absolutely perfect. Exhale, hands down. Now left foot goes back. Very slowly into the lunge. With inhalation, sweeping the arms up. Taking it slow because it's wobbly. It might be strange to have that foot on the block. And that's perfect. That's the idea. And then let's open up into the warrior two. Arms are reaching to the sides. We invite some activation in the legs, so push the front toe down and the back heel down, arms reaching to the sides. Inhale. Exhale, right forearm on the ground. Inhale, lift the arm up. And then we transition to reverse warrior whenever you're ready, arms of your choice. And back with a forearm on the thigh. Continue a couple of times on your own rhythm. Let's meet back into the warrior two. Extend the front leg. Shuffle your back foot a couple of distance and then reach the right arm in front, right arm on the shin, anywhere where it's comfortable, lifting the other arm up towards the sky, triangle pose. Staying over here, breathing. Reaching the arm up, so really lengthening, exploring this expansion within the body. Take a breath in, and then exhale, plank pose. Make your way there. So for me, this was quite difficult to lift the foot up because there is less space. So again, that's perfect. That's the idea. Staying in a plank pose, maybe adding a little movement. Rocking forward and back, and then eventually let's lower the hips, all the body down, your choice of back bend. Take a breath in and breath out, downward looking dog. Let's lift the left leg up towards the sky. Left knee to touch your left elbow. Bring the left leg back up. Left knee to touch your right elbow. Bring it back up. Left foot in between your hands. Your right foot follows. Bend the knees. With inhalation, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. And now let's grab a block once again and let's open the legs wide apart into a goddess position. We will tear the block once again apart. So squat slightly down, shoulders above the hips, and lift the heels up as well. And now arms in front of you, tearing the block apart, creating some activation in the arms in the shoulder area. Lift the block up, while tearing the block apart and lifting the heels up as well. So a lot is happening. We are balancing, perfect for our ankles as well. Hips are opening, using the muscles, tearing the block apart, reaching the arms up as well. So like in climbing, when we have to reach the handhold above. Take a breath in. Exhale, relax, lower the heels down. Now forward fold with legs wide. You can add a little wiggle with your hips. And then shuffle your feet towards one the other. And let's meet in a comfortable seated position. So again, whichever comfortable seated position is for you. With inhalation, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend the arms, chest is open. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lower the hands down. Now my invitation is to do a little breathing exercise. So please stay with me. So it's called alternate nostril breathing. For me, it's one of my favorites. So what we will do is we will bring these 2 fingers down and we will use the little finger and the ring finger and the thumb. So with these 2, we will cover one nostril, and with the other one, we will be covering the other nostril, and we will alternate. So the idea is we cover the nostril, so cover your left nostril, and inhale through the right nostril. Cover the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril again. Cover the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale again through the right nostril. Cover and exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Cover and exhale through the other nostril. And let's repeat it for a couple of moments. Now I will stay silent. Whenever you exhale through the left nostril, let go of the hands and come back to the usual breathing. So a moment or two in stillness, breathing as we usually do through both nostrils. And let's finish the practice with my favorite rain massage. So gently start to tap your head with your fingertips, trying to cover every part of your head. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lower the hands down, open your eyes if you had your eyes closed. Okay, so we are finished with today's practice. I would really love to hear from you how the session went, any discoveries, any insights, any questions, pop them down below. And I look forward to see you sometime very soon for another practice.